Welcome, everyone, to the podcast. Today, we are discussing wishing wells. I'm Fairy, and thank you for watching. So today we are talking about wishing wells and fairies. So I've got a couple little of my fairy garden examples here, and I have my artwork that I did in my fairy journal. So this is a little fairy well. And so today we're talking about wishing wells and how they relate to fairies and vice versa. So wishing wells are actually common. They can be made of wood and stone. They're a source of water from underground that's pulled up in a bucket. Poems have been written about them and of them. Cartoons and children's stories have been created around them, called like the Magic Wishing Well. Like Nina Levinson's book. But wishing wells have been linked with the fae over the years and story for centuries. They have been built in honor of a fairy queen, as in the case of Queen Coventina, which is the goddess of the water, mermaids, sprites, and seabirds. They can be portals to fairyland. And if we were to fall in, that's where you might end up. Some stories say that the fae have tricked a human to the well and then captured that person there. Another story recorded tells of children who were brought to the well because they were thought to be changelings. How it ended was not told to me, so I can't relate what happened. It might not have been good. More folklore stories tell of the waters of the fairy well having like healing properties, especially like to cure eye problems. Other stories say that a well is a fairy home to a certain fae, and that if we leave offerings and gifts there for the fairies, or even put an offering in the well, then we can actually connect to the fairies, or, that's one way to give an offering instead of at the fairy ring. Gosh, there's so many stories about the wishing wells. It's hard to kind of concentrate on one, but one that I was told was a little girl was at a park and came across a wishing well there, and she believed the fairies lived in it. So she leaned over the well and she actually sang them a little song as her way of saying hello, which surprised and enchanted her parents and other people who were passing by watching. So wishing wells have been a place to toss a coin in and make a wish, but next time you see a well, stop and remember that could be a fairy's home, and you could be pulled in to never return because they wouldn't like it that you threw in something in their well. I mean, if we're in our yard or in our house and somebody threw something in a bottle or, basket or, trash, you wouldn't be happy. So, you can put stuff outside. You don't have to necessarily put it in the well itself. If you've just got to put a coin in, put it in the bucket or something. But wishing wells, again, they represent magic. They represent wishes and making a wish come true, that sort of thing. But from now on, kind of think, hey, this might be a fairy's home, or it could be the portal. So you don't want to lean in, you don't want to fall in, you don't want to climb into it, you don't want to throw trash in it, you don't want to throw anything around it. Just, if you want to leave an offering, that's a great place to do that. You could put flowers or little trinkets or, little gemstones or little pond stones, or, just put your coins outside of it. You can just put it in a little, tuck it into the bottom of the stones or something and still have your representation. But you can just, sing them a song, read them a poem, or just sit against it and kind of soak up, the feeling of the fairies being there with you and that you're actually connecting to them. And, you make your wish and you go on your way. So, wishing wells are, again, a symbol of, a fairy portal, but also it's just the magic of making the wish and hoping that whatever you needed or wanted or hoped for It'll give it an extra oomph. But when you're there, remember, ask the fairies for help. You could be at their home or at their doorway. So, ask them for help with whatever you're wishing for. And if you're polite and you're nice and you don't trash the place, I would think that they would respond. I think that they would help you in whatever way they could. So it's something to think about. So next time you pass the wishing well, just, keep passing, or, make your wish from afar, or just say hello to the fae and keep on walking. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a fairy day.